what's up? We're in the next part. Please go check out the previous part to gauge your bearings. Okay, in the previous part, I was speaking about how it is that I've been asking the Lord, because I'm confused about what's happening. My country's evil. That much is a done deal. I am from South Africa, just in case I didn't make that known. Alright, however, I don't know if it's over here in these streets only, or if it's a global epidemic. I know that Africa's got some big fat problems with sorcery, just generally, but some places are worse than others. Are there safe zones? If not, if we're going home as a conglomerate, if this year is not just a South African issue, but a global one, then please give me a rapture dream so that I can know that we are going home soon by my standards, not by yours. And by my standards, I mean a day is as 1,000 years to the Lord and 1,000 years as a day. So when the Lord says I'm coming soon, it could be in 20 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? And also, there are a lot of people that have been getting rapture dreams for very many years, going back decades, maybe even centuries, but we wouldn't know because, you know, the documented dreams did not come through to us, type establishment thing, and it did not happen in their either lifetime or decade that they were living in their 1980s or their 1950s. It didn't happen then. And for me, it's like, if the rapture is happening soon, God, I don't mean soon as in 2048. I need to know if it's soon as in like day after tomorrow or whatever, right? Like soon, like very soon and very soon, without speculating on a day or an hour, just soon by earthly standards. And this is what God gave me. I woke up this morning. So, okay, I already made mention in the previous part that I've got a very kaleidoscopic, busy dream space. Okay, I see a lot of stuff, but the stuff that I tend to remember is what it is that I dreamt in the latter end of my sleep cycle. So just before I wake up, that also tends to be what God wants me to highlight, focus on anyway, right? And then I come forward and I speak about it. That's why every single day I have a dream to share. It's because I dream every single day, and I don't only dream, I also get visions and words of knowledge all throughout the day. I am spiritually very fueled. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. Yeah. So what was lambasting my understanding this morning when I woke up, and it wasn't just this morning when I woke up, so like an hour and a half before I was ready to get out of bed, like an hour and a half to 2 hours before I was ready to get out of bed, my cat woke me up to go out, for me to open the window for her to go out. I was not ready to wake up. I was gonna still go back and snooze another 2 hours. Yeah, this song was going at that time when my cat wanted to go out. It was going at the time when I was ready to wake up. About 2 hours even prior to my cat wanting to get out, I woke up, and I was woken up by a headache because I'm under attack. I'm presently under a lot of spiritual attack, and whenever I get harassed by demonic abuse with spirits and whatnot, I get headaches, fatigue, extreme exhaustion, you know, that whole thing that you feel, like if at all you know, if you're a Christian, you know, like there is no exemption. When demonic attack is all up in your grill, you are sleepy, your body is heavy, you can't even exercise, you feel like you can't exercise, and then sometimes you even get physically afflicted with things like headaches, or maybe pins and needles underneath your feet, etc. It's ridiculous. Okay, that's just the way that witchcraft manifests, and you just have to like strive through it, ride it out, and if it's really super bad, take a grandpa, like an aspirin 10 amount, and it'll be minimized, but it won't entirely go away until the demonic affliction has passed, because you have prayed and you have conquered and you've pushed, right? That's just the nature of spiritual war. And so I know when I've got like a spiritual war headache, because they tend to wake me up, and they don't respond to medication. They don't respond to water drinking. They don't respond to eating food. They don't, you just get woken up with this like log of a head on your pillow that you feel like you can't lift. And when I was turning my body to, I guess, resituate myself to be comfortable, my head was so painful that it woke me up. It was heavy on my pillow, that heavily, because of that pain. And that time when I woke up, it was several hours before I was ready to wake up. I looked at the time, because you all know that I sleep in the wee hours of the morning, so sometimes the sun is already out when I am like coming out of a sleep that is very deep, that I'm not ready to get out of, because I'm not yet ready to wake up, because I wake up during the day. Granted that I sleep sometimes at like 5:30 in the morning. Okay, So it's not even about darkness that leads me. You get my point, to know that it's time to wake up. It's about the time. So I checked the time, and it was 9:30, 10, which is super early, given that I went to bed last night at like 5:30. So I still had like 3 hours to go, okay, of sleep. I insist on getting my 8 hours in, otherwise I would faint. I would just be flattened on the ground, right? Yeah. Understand as well that I commenced a fast yesterday. I didn't speak about it yesterday because I forgot, it eluded me, but now I'm mentioning it. I started a fast because on Sunday, right, so it's Tuesday right now, or Wednesday, it's Tuesday. On Sunday evening when I was washing the dishes, the Lord said, you have to fast. I did not understand what for, because my fasts in the past have never really been to give me breakthrough, because I've done some pretty intense, excruciating fasts and still been maintained in poverty, still been maintained in lack, want, all the dreams that I desire not coming in my grill. It's written in God's word that some demons only come out with fasting and with praying. So when the Lord sends me on a fast, it sort of kind of puts me in a panic mode, because it makes me wonder, what is it now? Like, what is all up in my grill? Because I don't expect that all of a sudden I'm going to start getting watch hours on YouTube, or all of a sudden I'm going to start making R1 million a day. All of a sudden I'm going to get out of poverty, I'm going to get an apartment, I'm going to be removed from the squalor and what have you. When the Lord tells me to fast, it tends to be because there is such a voluminous amount of oppression spiritually, dark entities, witchcraft essentially in operation, that is so poignant, and that is such a strong man that if I don't fast, it's going to be pesting. It's going to be a pest all up in my grill. It won't bring me low. I'm a child of the living God, all right? But it's going to be a pest. It's going to be pesky. It's going to keep harassing me. The particular issue is going to keep harassing me, because the strong man won't be uprooted. So it'll keep speaking sweet nothings into my ear. It'll keep afflicting me in the middle of exercise. It'll keep on afflicting me while I sleep, waking me by force out of sleep and what have you, because it's stuff that has been sent to me by some occult organization, or one mere mortal in the occult, that nonetheless is dabbling with such high order spirits that they need fasting in order to be extracted. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, from my ecosystem, I can't be demon possessed. I'm a Christian, right? But like, these things can harass me from without. They can harass me from without, and some of them won't leave just because I'm praying all day. That's it. Others, however, need to be uprooted with a fast. I came out of a 2-month fast not so long ago. Like, I probably took maybe like a month and a half, maybe going on 2-month break in the middle. I fast, guys, every year, like, yeah, there was a time when I was even fasting for an entire year non-stop, where I was eating 1 meal a day for like a whole year, because of the level of demonic oppression that I was enduring. But then I got too skinny, and I was also not happy with how little muscle mass I was gaining from exercise and whatnot. So and also because I was not gaining breakthrough, I was still in poverty, I was still suffering. I was like, Aisuga, this is a waste of time. And when then I went for months without fasting, the situation just got so incredibly dire that I was just like practically not even sleeping. And the Lord was like, well, I've been telling you to fast. I've been telling you to fast. I've been telling you to fast. And you have not been listening to me. I have your back, but this thing is not going to it's not going to get off your back. So I finally then would go back into fasting again. And that's when I finally realized, this happened about a couple of years ago. That's when I finally realized that, oh, my fasts are not so much to give me, bread and butter. My fasts are not so much to give me a car and a new house. My fasts are not so much to give me out of my squalor. My fasts are to twatla, burst a bubble in, decimate, bomb strong men, like entities lodged by sorcery, that will just sit around because they are certain order entities that only leave with fasting. And given that I don't belong to a church body, no, I can't lose this. Oh goodness, no. Given that I don't belong to a church body, like this phone must not just switch off on me, because I need these lyrics, because then I'm gonna have to look for them on my computer and stop that process of what's going on in my computer, and it's just gonna give me so much grief. There is absolutely nowhere else where I can ascertain that this happens. I'm just gonna have to hope that the Lord keeps this open for me. Okay, yeah, because my iPhone just dies on its own. Anyway, yeah, I came to learn that my fasting, while a fast can indeed break you through and finally bring your husband along, all that jazz, a lot of times fasting can sometimes be just to conquer a continuing disturbance in the sky that absent of your fasting, it's just going to linger. Like I said, it's going to be pesky. All right, it's going to be pesky. People need to understand the spiritual battle that we find ourselves in a little bit better, so that they don't get disheartened or disillusioned and imagine that a fast is sometimes wasted, or that God is not hearing them. Sometimes you like, what I'm trying to explain is that you don't know what you're doing in a fast. You don't see just what you are uprooting. So when the Lord told me last night, not last night, but on Sunday night, when I was washing the dishes to fast, my heart sunk, because I was like, oh my goodness, you're only telling me that because there's something intense, heavy, extreme that has been sent to me that I cannot conquer without fasting. And I'm concerned because I'm back to exercise and I'm consistent with it. I feel as if though I'm going to drop the ball in that regard, or get weak, or struggle to maintain the energy that I have. And so I'm gonna then lose something, the traction that I've made, because there's not enough fuel in my body. And then the Lord reminded me that when you were living in Naturina, you were eating just one meal a day, and you were constantly fasting and constantly praying, and you would exercise for hours on end, and your body was strong. That was my grace. That was my grace. You never ever felt faint. You never ever felt weak. You never ever got headaches from being lightheaded, because you were working out more than you were eating. I gave you grace to give yourself all of those endorphins that you get through exercise, so that you can feel better, emotionally, while not feeling weak, because there was no food in your system. And when I was in Naturina, even the fasting was also induced by the fact that there was also not enough food to eat. So I had to fast for the sake of my emotional and mental peace, so I wouldn't feel like I'm hungry, but rather self-denying, because the situation was that bad at that stage, right? Yeah. And God reminded me of Naturina when I was there, that during that time you could exercise for hours on end and not feel weak. I'm going to give you that grace. And indeed, it has, like, I tested it on Monday. I was scared. I wanted to break my fast at like 6 p.m. But I wasn't hungry at 6 p.m. I did not feel the self-denial in my body, and I was like, then it's pointless. I wanted to like eat cereal just to give myself energy for exercise, which I do around 8:30 in the evening. And because I could not feel the hunger pangs, and basically the self-denial, like if you don't feel the self-denial, then you're not fasting, because generally people tend to eat when they're hungry. So if you eat when you're not hungry, or if you eat at the very time that you are hungry, you are not fasting. I had to feel like I'm fasting, like I was actually doing a proper fast. And so I decided not to have the breakfast and only eat like literally just one meal a day with liquids throughout the day, if at all I feel like I'd need to rejuice myself or anything like that. And I worked out pretty much from the beginning to the end of yesterday's session of exercise and today's. And just like in Naturina, I did not feel lightheaded. I did not feel weak. I did not feel less strong. And I realized that that is the grace of God. It is all the grace of God, because He is helping me along to maintain my schedule, maintain the endorphins I'm getting in my body, maintain that which gives me joy, peace in this climate of calamity. All right. To maintain all of that. While also conquering what it is that I must conquer. And every time I'm told to enter into a fast, I don't even ask how long. I always just make my fasts a minimum of a month. I usually just go a month eating just one meal dinner a day. Okay. And I started this fast yesterday, and today's my second day. So I'm gonna have dinner now after having this conversation, this particular discussion that I'm having with you guys. Very well. Yeah. When the Lord told me to fast, like I said, my heart sank, because I knew that there was something very terribly afflicting of me. 2 days ago, I had a dream of some I don't know what it was, but like it was an insect. It wasn't a spider. It was just something black, all right, that was crawling on my bed. And when I woke up, it felt so real that I jumped, and I was, like when you feel like something's walking on you. And that was God basically telling me the demonic activity is ramping up so exquisitely because of what you're doing in your ministry and your solitude, your isolation, your loneliness, alongside the excruciating sexual perversion of a whole bunch of men. It's so excruciating that you need to basically detonate a hand grenade or something. You need to detonate a nuke to get rid of them all in one sitting. There's death curses operating that can't kill you, but they will certainly keep on speaking sweet nothings into your ears, trying to depress you, to make you feel like you must just sit around. What is this? That there's nothing coming. Like, just give up. They can't kill you because you're strong. You're rooted in my word. But they won't stop pestering. What I'm getting at is the pestering. They won't stop pestering. There's settle, compromise, sexual abuse, curses. There's ministry, shut that down, etc. It is these spells cannot work. They will not work on you, but they will continue to influence and harass and attempt to cause you to do this. If you want all of that noise to simmer down, you have got to detonate an explosion, and a fast is going to do that. You need to enter into a fast to basically bomb the spirit realm where they're at and cause them to all just be flattened much faster than you sitting around in an unfasted state and dealing with them, but with them just kind of hovering around. I've been getting such exquisite nightmares the past couple of days, showing me just a barrage of attack from a whole bunch of people, women and men alike, attempting to achieve a particular goal in my life. And I keep coming back here every single day to rebuke all that activity in my ministry, talking about it. And every morning, every sleep cycle, I dream about the persistence over and over again, just a stubborn, recalcitrant general demeanor of these people that just keep going back to the drawing board over and over and over again. And the Lord implored me to fast, that these entities might be blown out the water. That's why my heart sank, because I was basically just exhausted. I'm tired. Why do I have to keep fasting so very, very much? So I had to highlight that. I had to tell you guys that, to get to the point of explaining that that's just how filthy the ecosystem of South Africa is. That is what happens on a Tuesday in this country. That is the level of debilitating spiritual ominousness, the horror movie psychosis going on cosmically in this country. And as a Christian, I'm aware of it, and so I'm deeply burdened. And every so often I get implored by God to bomb the spirit realm with a fast, because the barrage is so exquisite that absent of doing that detonation, I'm just going to be more and more inebriated with demonic attack. More and more. I used the example the other day of that advert from back in the day in South Africa, a no littering ad, where this little girl was over the map of South Africa and she kept on sweeping it of litter. And every time she would finish sweeping, more litter would fall. Apple cores, Coca-Cola cans, etc. would fall on the map of South Africa, and she would sweep again. By the time the advert came to an end, this little girl was slumping on some she's tired of sweeping, because the country just keeps on getting made dirty over and over and over again. And the whole moral of that particular ad story was, do not litter. You are messing with your own country. Yeah, like that little girl in that ad, I feel like that I keep sweeping out dirt, and more apple cores land on the country, more Coca-Cola cans, more cabbage leaves, more, you get my point. Lots and lots of dirt that just keeps on landing, but it's not landing in my backyard only. I'm just severely afflicted because I see it. I'm a Christian. On top of that, I'm filled by the Holy Spirit, so these things are drawn to attacking us, but it is happening to lay Janes and lay Joes that don't know Jesus. This is an affliction on a countrymen that don't know the Lord. These people are causing cosmic chaos in the country and uprooting entire destinies, forcing people to marry diabolical men and women, deeply involved in the occult, therefore giving no rest, no peace to a household, giving no rest, no peace to some children and wives and husbands, giving no rest, no peace, constantly committing human sacrifice rituals just to get tenders, people's nieces and nephews passing away, with everybody thinking that it was just a drowning accident, but it was somebody that actually did that in the family. That is what is happening in this country. It is cosmic chaos. And if you don't have the Holy Spirit, like I do, spiritual weapons to bring down these strongholds, you are naked. You are naked, do you understand? Left at the mercy of some dastardly people that feel like they're God and they can control anybody and anything that they want to control in these streets. So I explained that whole thing. Why does it even that the Lord implored me to fast? I'm helping you understand that it's not about me getting my car, yo. It's not about, my car right now is stuck on battery. I need to buy a new battery. It's not about me getting a new battery. It's not about me getting out of here, moving out of this shack, living in far better living conditions. It is not about me getting a career again, or even my long form content, this work that I'm doing right here, moving on YouTube, somebody actually watching me, people getting edified. It's not about that. It's about sweeping a very dirty ecosystem that, absent of me clearing the room for now, I'm going to be living in a clutter house. Just clutter, lots and lots of clutter that's just gathering and gathering and gathering, like scum upon scum upon scum, grime upon grime upon grime, like bathing in a bathtub. This is like an Amityville horror, like bathing in a bathtub and not washing the bath, and then going back the next day tomorrow pouring some water and bathing again and not washing it. And then you just keep doing that for a month. Can you imagine what the bathtub would look like? Yeah, at some point, somebody got to clean. Somebody got to bring some jik, some bleach. Somebody got to scrub that thing down so that we minimize the potential for casualties as a result of disease in that ecosystem. That's all that I'm doing. I'm not gunning for a car battery. I'm gunning for a cleaner spiritual environment. That's what my fast is doing. It's uprooting certain demons, certain entities, certain fallen spirits that can only be uprooted with fasting. And this time around, my fast does not involve me breaking it early at 6 p.m. so that I can at least exercise. I've extended it to basically eating only once a day now, only after doing these videos. That self-denial might be felt sufficiently enough to uproot whatever gangrene the Lord implored me to fast concerning. He's given me strength, so I'm still exercising and I'm good. But like, despite it all, I woke up with a severe headache. And no, it has nothing to do with me not eating, because I have it now. I don't have it now. I had it while I was sleeping and it woke me up. And it was, like I said, several hours prior to me waking up, and already I was hearing this song. So from 10 a.m., remember I slept at 5:30, 10 a.m., I hear this song ringing in my head. My cat at around midday, 9:30, I hear the song just going. And then an hour later, my cat wants to get out. It's like 10. I open for my cat. I'm not yet ready to wake up, because I'm trying to wake up at like 12:30, 1, all right? To get like as many hours in as I possibly can that I might gain rest. The first time that I papamad with that heavy headache, when I woke up out of sleep with that heavy headache, this song was going. It was going. I just went right back into sleep again. And then my cat woke me up, let the cat out, went back to sleep again. Okay? And then when I was finally officially ready to get out of this joint, and I pulled myself out of it because I was really just trying to continue to sleep, because I was demonically oppressed to stay down, essentially, right? I wake up and this song is just going, but this time around it was like a radio that was put on blast with it going and going and going, and I don't even know this song off by heart, which is why I had to look up the lyric sheet. I've only heard it whenever they play, I used to love watching back when I had ambitions to get married. I used to like watching these videos on YouTube of couples getting married, and then they do like a whole photo op of them and what have you. I used to love watching those. And this song was always just being played in those wedding videos, right? That's the only place that I know this song from. So I don't know lyrics, nothing. And I have not heard this song for a minute, like as in maybe months since I last heard it. So for it to be ruminating in my mind like this was not because I just last heard it or anything of that nature. Nothing could have ever spurred this, and this song was just going and going. So I made a decision that I am going to open the song and read you the lyrics, right, together, because I don't know what's in it except for one portion of lyrics. Do I know? And that's what I googled now to search for the song as an answer to the prayer that I went to bed last night having prayed. Elehore, 2 nights ago, the Lord had implored me to enter into a fast because I had to clean clutter out of the room. With this amount of clutter that keeps on landing in our backyards, is this clutter, I asked the Lord, global or local? And I believe that the Lord very potentially answered that it is global. With this song. I asked him for a rapture dream, and I told you, God, don't give me rapture dreams, not the twinkling of an eye type event. I don't get those amazing dreams that a lot of people get. I just get hints at it. Like the other day I dreamt about lights going off at Clearwater Mall, and then it was dingy all of a sudden. I dreamt about a lighthouse being switched off at the beach. That's the most that I get when it comes to like rapture dreams. Other day I dreamt about a very chaotic rapture dream where I was left behind, and I was apparently left behind because I wasn't giving the gospel to people, so that couldn't have possibly represented me. And I came here and said that that's not about me. No, not about me, sorry, but I said that was a delusion dream because it was full of darkness. So I did not want to believe that. But with all this rubbish that's been going on, I've been asking God, are we going home? And last night I asked him, please answer me that with my limited ability to be patient. With soon in my perspective, not yours. And he answered me with this song that I heard 3 times. The first time I woke up, try to sleep again, cat wakes me up, it's going. And then when I'm finally ready to wake up, it's going. So I didn't get a dream. I got this song. I went to bed last night and God gave with that prayer, and God gave me this. Now let's read it together. The name of the song, I promise you I am not lying. Guys, I'm getting emotional. The name of the song is 1,000 Years. I'm not lying. The name of the song is 1,000 Years by Christina Perry. If you're not getting goosebumps yet, it's only because you probably have not read the Bible before. You've not read the book of Revelation. But everybody else that has read that book, you will know automatically what comes to the top of your mind is the millennial reign of Jesus Christ. This song was going, guys. It was just going and going and going. Going. First time I woke up. Second time I woke up. And eventually when I was finally ready to rise and rumble, it was just going. All of this attack in my country, the Lord has just confirmed, is not isolated. It's not localized. It's not localized. It's ubiquitous. This is happening to us all. This global thing, this insanity in South Africa is a global epidemic from what the Lord is showing me. And if the Lord responded by saying 1,000 years, then it means that the rapture is soon by my perspective, by my standards. And my standards are, I've already been suffering for a decade. I'm too tired to push another day, another year, another month. I am exhausted. So are we going, is the rapture happening soon? If so, give me a rapture dream. And then God gives me this song by my standards. My standards, not his. Let your will be done was what I ended it with, and his will was to give me this song instead of a rapture dream. Guys, yo, people, like, repent, okay? I don't know how many times I've gotten a dream of people, like, God showing me that people are gonna feast on my content. And I'm like, at what point is anybody gonna feast on my content when they're this recalcitrant, this rebellious? Something explosive must have happened. He keeps on saying, a scary release, a scary release, a scary release, scary, as in Fright Night, scary release. What is scarier than a rapture? I don't know. I don't know. Let's get into the song. Thank God my phone did not die. Let's just read it, okay? Let's just read it. Like, I don't know the lyrics of the song. We're reading them together. I know the general overall song. I like it. I sway left to right to it. It tends to get played at weddings. And the name of it is 1,000 Years. So let's read the lyrics. I don't even know how to sing it properly, right? Heart beats. It starts like the, okay. Heart beats fast. Colors and promises. How to be brave. How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. And then one step closer. This is what I heard. The chorus, you know, that's all you remember. That's all you remember. I heard the chorus on a loop, right? One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time, yeah, okay, I don't know how else. Like, I proper only know the chorus. Yeah, listen, like, just what? I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Yo, like, I don't know. Like, I just, this is how God chose to respond to me. Time stands still. Beauty in all she is. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Letter to the Church of Philadelphia. Do not let anybody take your crown. I have seen your patient endurance. Ebatong, guys. You know, the letter to the church at Philadelphia. I promise you, I am reading this for the first time with you. Why would I lie? These lyrics, I haven't seen them before. But as I speak, the letter to the church and to the angel, Revelation 3:7, from verse 7, it reads, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, the words of the Holy One, the true one, who has the key of David, who opens and no one will shut, who shuts and no one opens. I know your works. Behold, I have set before you an open door, which no one is able to shut. I know that you have but little power, and yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name. Behold, I will make those of the synagogue of Satan who say that they are Jews and are not but lie. Behold, I will make them come and bow down before your feet, and they will learn that I have told you. Because you have kept my word about patient endurance, I will keep you from the hour of trial that is coming on the world to try those who dwell on the earth. I'm coming soon. Hold fast to what you have so that no one may seize your crown. The one who conquers, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God. Never shall he go out of it, and I will write on him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, the New Jerusalem, which comes down from my God out of heaven, and my own new name. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches, guys. This part where it says, I have died every day waiting for you. It just says, you've basically, because you have kept my word about patient endurance, and every single day we die and take up our crosses to follow Christ daily. We must deny ourselves every single day we die to self. I have died every day waiting for you. Okay. I mean, are you not getting goosebumps? Like, I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. That would be Christ's comfort. I have loved you for 1,000 years, and I will love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still. Beauty in all she is. That, I think, speaks to, what is this? Time will at some point stand still. Right now, we're aging. Right now, I'm being mocked ageistically for being 39, going nowhere, doing nothing. I had a vision this morning of some idiot guy saying to me, happy birthday, since you don't want to be with anybody, basically mocking me turning 40 with nobody. And this here is telling me that time stands still. In other words, you're 39 turning 40, but very soon, no one will be able to age you. No one, for like ever. No one. You are going to inherit. Listen, time stands still. Beauty in all she is. Incorruptible bodies. I will be brave. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Philadelphian church, don't let anybody take your crown. Every breath, every hour has come to this. I promise you, I'm reading these lyrics for the first time in my life. Time stands still. So rapture, stopping the passage of time, and regressing even the aging of some, seeing as they will have been either resurrected or they will have been old and now they will be young again. Beauty in all she is. And then those people will have to, I will be brave. The encouragement of the Philadelphian church, I will be brave and I won't let anything take away what is standing in front of me. So God is saying, it's here. It is standing in front of me and nobody is going to take away the blessed hope. Nobody is going to take away the blessed hope. I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. And then one step closer. One step closer. That one just kept going and going and going. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all day I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Guys. I'm going home. I'm reading these lyrics for the first time. And all day, all along, I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. I have loved you for eternity. I will love you for eternity more. But that 1,000 more, God is speaking about the millennial reign. It's the millennial reign, guys. One step closer, one step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000. That's, whoa, it ends there. There, 1,000 more. My hand. I think we're going home. I think we're going home. I think we're going home. I am not kidding. I'm laughing because I've been in so much pain for so long. And I'm just so tired. And this whole time I've been a doubting Tom. Because I have not wanted my heart to faint. But I seriously feel like we're going home. If we're not, I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad. Because then, who am I hearing from? Who am I hearing from if not from God? Could the devil really deceive me so badly? You are evil, South Africa. You have done this to your own people. You have destroyed your whole country. And you made a woman try to leave, thinking she was going to find solace outside, wondering why God did not move her out of the country earlier, if there was possibility to live somewhere else, at peace with people, only for the Lord to confirm that all this time this is what he's been doing. You're so evil that a woman that asked for a husband at 26 when she first came to Christ, and children and a thriving legacy, God could not give that to her in her country because it was Nazareth. Because there was no way that if I were to be given my prosperity anyway, that you would have left me to live. You would have killed me. The Lord did not want me to die. He wanted me to get an incorruptible body while I was alive. He wanted me to be caught up in the sky while I was alive. But you would have ended my life if I had thrived anyway, because this is how hostile you are to the gospel. You would have made out of me, you would have assassinated me. Like Zahara, you would put poison in my drink on my wedding day, on my lobola celebrations. Upon me inviting you over, you would have put poison in my drink. And while it's written in God's word that the disciples will drink poison and it will not kill them, bottom line is just the fact that you would have even tried was enough for the Lord to decide to make out of me a strong delusion, to make you feel as if though Christianity is debunked, it's over, there is no faith, that there is no God, no one's coming for her. You mocking me, saying aha, even though I've done nothing to you. I've not hurt you in any way. And yet you saw it fit to exquisitely break me like this, shatter my bones. You would have been horrible. Understand, the reason God did not give me a husband and some children making out of me like Jeremiah is because who in the world was going to be at my wedding, guys, with you being like this? All of these bickering, gossiping women that are casting spells on everything. You would have cast spells on my wedding reception. You would have bewitched my marriage as soon as we entered into it, sown discord between me and my husband. You would have sabotaged everything. I would have invited you to my celebrations, my baby showers, all that jazz, and you would have sabotaged it all. Because look at how much you're trying to sabotage me now today. You're still trying. You're still going back to the drawing board. You're still ripping the carpet from underneath my feet. You're still stealing my future. So I mean, really, who in the world was going to be at my wedding? My enemies, a whole bunch of wolves in sheep's clothing. A whole bunch of snakes hissing, slithering around at my reception, calling themselves my bridesmaids. You were going to betray me and make the best day of my life that would have been an awesome testimony to God ominous. I've been to the wedding of a friend that was so mistrusting of everybody there that she couldn't even be happy in her photographs. That's the South Africa you have manufactured. So that's why God didn't give me the doting husband, the cute, intelligent kids that do well in school. That's why God did not give me everything I asked for, because this is Nazareth. But it's not just South Africa. It looks like the earth is Nazareth. Miracles cannot be performed. However, who in the world flees the earth? If they persecute you in one town, flee to the next. No one can. So I guess what we need is a spaceship. What we need is to be raptured. We need to leave the earth altogether, because there's no way anywhere left for us to put our feet down now, is there? I have been reluctant. I've been reluctant to say this message, speak these things. But it is what it is, guys. After this, I'm sorry, I have conviction. I have strong conviction, even though I'm still scared, even though I'm still trepidatious, and even though I'm still doubtful. I have strong conviction that the rapture is soon, by my standards, by my calculations, by me, not God. In other words, I don't think it's years away. I don't think it's years away. I don't think it's years. Let's just leave it at that. I can't say more than that. I can't say I don't think it's months away, but I certainly don't think it's years away. It might be months away, but certainly not years. Then again, let time, guys, I don't know. Let's see who is speaking to me. Let's see if that was just Satan trying to cause my deferred hope to be further still deferred, crushing my spirit because, oh my goodness, the devil is the one that deceived me with that song. Or Christ spoke, and the question here that I have is, can you call that bluff? Can you take the risk? Can you take the chance that I'm deceived? Can you? I don't know. But I mean, all these people trying to block me from getting married. People out here sending me cheer signs. All the best with you waiting on this wannabe husband of yours. Waiting on God for this wannabe husband. Waiting on God for these wannabe children. You've got a geriatric womb. You are this, you are that. You're worthless. You're finished. We are going to age you until you turn 50. Whoa, do we even have 10 more years? I don't know. However, I don't think so. I don't see how I can raise children in this world. I don't. I do not see a future, but I've been trying to fathom one, even though everything has fallen apart. It's ironic. This message that could have reached so many people for Christ and caused them to repent before the rapture is only going to get viewed after the rapture, because people here in Nazareth bewitch everything, including views on YouTube. All the best. I'm signing out in Christ's name, Cran K. Peace.